In the aftermath of the Dolphins beating the Bills, toxic sports culture reigned supreme. First, there was this fight.
Enjoy that flight home. Enjoy that flight home. And you. Let's go. Enjoy that flight home. Yes, enjoy that flight home. What's up?
Then there was this dude who goes by Nicky Smokes chiding Bills fans at Hard Rock Stadium.
What's up? Let's go. Enjoy that flight home. Enjoy that flight home. Enjoy that flight home. Enjoy that flight home. Bitch ass.
I reiterate, toxic sports culture. He then put out this video.
I want to take the time to apologize to absolutely nobody. Nobody. You want to talk about classless? How about the Bills fans cheering and clapping when Tua got hurt? Tua gets hurt, take it out of the game, and they start cheering. You want to talk about classless? That's what fired me up. That's what fired me up. And then we finally beat Buffalo, a team that's whipped our ass 7 straight games. And what do you want me to do? Give them a big hug and kiss on the forehead? That, man. Anytime we go to Buffalo, anytime Dolphin fans go to Buffalo, they're pegging beer cans at our face. I've seen Dolphin fans get jumped in the bathroom. I've seen a grown man stab a stuffed dolphin and throw it at a 6-year-old. Don't talk to me about classless. Was I a little fired up? Yeah, you're damn right. But when I'm at a football game and I'm getting fired up with the boys, that happens. It's the NFL.
First, we have no evidence of this being true, but let's just say it is. Why would that excuse your senseless behavior in return? I also heard a lot of wheeze in there. Unfortunately, a quick ESPN search would show Nicky Smokes is not listed on the 53. Folks like this, and if true, those Bills fans that angered Nick by throwing a stuffed doll at a child and chuck beers at opposing fans is the reason why some choose to not go to sporting events. In a piece titled Social Media, a Catalyst for Toxic Sports Fan Culture, writer Christiana Alexou wrote, according to Ian Mendez, a TSN 1200 Ottawa radio host and longtime member of sports media, this kind of behavior is not uncommon among sports fans and has only worsened with the increased popularity of social media. When I came out of journalism school 20 years ago, social media wasn't there, Mendez said. So when fans were angry, it was in a vacuum. It wasn't for everybody to see. With the rise of social media, aggrieved sports fans have access to a platform on which they could share their thoughts at any time of day, a key ingredient for toxic fan culture, per Mendez. All right, now guess what? Let me adjust my mic here. Let me make sure I look. I know I'm not good looking, but I have to try. Look, that Ian Mendez dude, he's right. He's 1,000% right. I am telling you, he's 1,000% right. Social media has made it too easy for dudes like, Nicky Pipes over here to run his mouth. And he's broadcasting it. And as I've said, one time, and I'm not, it's not going to be me. I'm not that person. I'm a lover, not a fighter. He's going to run into the wrong guy. And he's going to record it for all us to see. Look, I agree with Ian. All right. On a serious note, we should not forget Kofi Coburn of the University of Illinois and E.J. Liddell of Ohio State University. Look, Coburn from Jamaica received a message online after a loss that read, "Go back home, you bum. Blank lost to Loyola." In the following sentence, the racism seethes out of the writer, whose name is Kyler. Kofi Coburn would reply, "I blame his parents." On social media, Liddell shared these messages, of which there are plenty, from a user named Hefe, who said he would unalive Liddell, amongst other hateful messages. Of course, solid segue in the editing process there. Lest we forget, Saka, Sancho, Rashford, Euros, 3 penalties missed. Can't forget about that. And the problem was the amplification of social media to spew this nonsense. Here's just one example.
A national defeat again, but rather than celebrating reaching the final, some turn to vitriol and racism, targeting the three young players for the colour of their skin. Hateful images and racial slurs targeting their social media profiles, with other slurs, some fans telling Saka to go back to Nigeria. He was born in London.
One message seen here was sent to Rashford on Twitter. The authorities who promised to crack down on stuff like this did. They identify the user as Justin Lee Price, 19 years old. Price was sentenced to 6 weeks in prison.
When I started playing for Crystal Palace, I remember my first message. I remember like it was yesterday. Is when I went to play against Manchester United, and someone spoke about. He said, some black this, and I hope you break your legs and go back to the slums of Croydon and stuff like that.
Crystal Palace star forward Wilfried Zaha said at one point he no longer enjoyed social media because of the hate he received. This is toxic sports culture. In the NBA, the year is 2020. We're in the bubble. Game 5, Lakers Heat. Danny Green misses an open 3. It happens. Misses an open 3. And here's what happened. ESPN would report after Blair Bashan, the former Purdue volleyball player to whom Green proposed that summer, posted about the vitriol she was receiving, he reached out with concern. I had to ask, are you getting death threats? And she said, yeah, you are too. It's a basketball game, Green said. People are emotional. Fans are emotional. I hope they don't take it that seriously. I hope they are that passionate about voting or getting justice for these people who deserve justice or get some better change along in the country. But it's a basketball game at the end of the day. And I know that they're just taking out their emotions and they need somebody to blame. And it came down to that last play. And of course, I'm the easy target. Death threats. Danny Green, a professional basketball player, had death wished upon him and his loved one because he missed a shot in a game. That's pathetic. That is absolutely 1,000,000% pathetic. That's the embodiment of fans going too far. This is what I'm talking about in this segment. Just like the fight that we saw and that Jaguars preseason fight and the near Carolina Panthers fight in the stands. This dude getting in opposing fans' faces. It's too far. It's way too far. And yet, I'm not done. American tennis player Sloane Stephens said she received over 2,000 hateful messages after her third-round loss to Angelique Kerber at the 2021 U.S. Open. One user promised to break Stephens' legs and wrote, I hope you enjoyed your last moments on the court today. A clear threat. Furthermore, endless racist messages on a post of hers. So I don't know, maybe this is just like a PSA of my pissed offness as someone who believes that, somebody misses a shot or doesn't score a goal or hits the post or misses a penalty or clearly in some cases doesn't win you money when you bet on them or bet on their team. There is a way to celebrate sports and athletes. I truly believe that. And I think we do a good job of that. The problem is these outweigh all of those good intentions. As I said previously, fans like these drive others away from the stadium because they don't want to have to deal with stuff like this. It happens all the time. Wrigley Field bleachers happens all the time. I've seen it 1,000,000 times. And it pisses me off. So do better.